Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekmak, this is Let's Play FearMonium. In the last episode we got a couple of new abilities. We got the ability to use a hammer on people, we got a dash, very handy stuff. But I'm not sure whether we can get to this, but I'm using a map to tell me about important things. And I want to see what difference it makes should we go way up here. Right, so this needs a dash to get across. We're starting to see some puppets. Because last episode we also ran into a phobia that's also trying to get itself developed. Pediophobia, the fear of puppets. Yeah, I'm not even going to try for the stamina bonus on that guy. He's just not giving me any windows. I mean, hey, we're getting the rocks. Bad place to be at, they say. And yeah, this is something that I want to get at before I move on with the plot. Courage is a personality trait that can suppress fears. Sounds dangerous for a growing phobia, doesn't it? But courage can also be blind. Courage is effective against lurking unconscious fears. We can use this to our advantage. Max's predominant fears and phobias will be extremely strong until he understands the cause of his fear. Unleash all of Max's hidden fears, and they will help to weaken your most powerful opponents, also known as bosses in Max's world. So yeah, if we challenge the boss of an area without releasing the hidden fears, then they have bonus HP. And bosses in this game, they're kind of rough. I have had a few game overs to them. I will be pointing out which ones I had game overs against in my original run. Although, I'll be fair, some of them were because I forgot to restock on adrenaline and nightmares. That's going to fall down if we touch it. Mainly, I'm going to be interested to see what the boss is like when you've got energy vampirism. Oh, I want this, but I cannot have it. I would look at where on the map I need to go to get my hands on the ability to get at that, but sadly I can't. I also can't go any further up, so I guess I might as well go down. After picking up some health from this clown head. Alright then, so... I remember why I couldn't go any further in the southernmost area. But what's up with here? Why didn't I go any further up here? Sometimes you misjudge that and wind up. Oh, we nearly landed on spikes. Yeah, I don't get why sometimes I don't get the... full damage, but sometimes I do. Oh no, these billiards are also pretty bad too. I think they're supposed to teach you to want to intercept. You can intercept certain attacks if you time your swings right. But they actually do aim. You see how the billiard stick moves? They aim, and that can catch you off guard a bit. And then sometimes you just feel cocky and you try to use the wind-up mallet and it doesn't work. Whoa, sometimes you realize a person's mind is more complicated than it first seemed. Don't worry, it's an easy mistake to make for newbies. Yeah, I know you're here to destroy and terrify, but guess what? You have to try and use your brain from time to time too. For just 40 balloons, I'll give you the most ingenious instructions for solving this incredibly tricky puzzle. Do we have a deal? No. Better try and use your brain then, if you have one that is. I'll just wait here until you admit defeat and coming running back for help. Yeah, no, this one actually isn't. Okay, this one is a little bit complex, but not overly. So let's see if I remember how this goes. Knock this down. Push it over. Knock this one down. Push it on top of that one. Push like this. Push this one over here. Then turn around and we want to smash this one. That causes it to respawn. So we can knock it down and push this on top of that. And unfortunately he vanishes before I can go back, so I can't go back and brag to him, but we have our good friend again. Oh, there you are again. You seem surprised to see me here. But I'm just a memory, you know. It could arise anywhere in Max's mind. Memories aren't confined to a specific section of the mind. I'm so tired of wandering from one corner of unconsciousness to another. Max still remembers me, but I've gotten so old. My bones ache and I only just have enough strength to sit up. You bring hope in restoring my youth. A phobia doesn't apply to one specific thing. It applies to a whole class of objects. If you get stronger, I'll regain my strength too, because I'm a memory of a clown as well. I'm a character from a video game young Max got once as a Christmas present. First played at New Year's while fireworks blasted away outside his window, and now he associates us clowns with them. Press L to fire a rocket. Keep an eye on your ammo. Don't disappoint me, my dear. I could never have been a phobia. I grew old in Max's mind. All I do is sit around and enjoy the occasional snooze. So yeah, we have 50 rockets. These are a pretty bread and butter ability in later boss fights. Don't squander them. And actually, we saw places where we needed to use rockets. Now let's see if I can remember where those are. Because the thing is, it is pretty easy in Metroidvania games to just wait till the end of the game before you go looking for things, and that is the easy way to do it, but it also comes at the cost of you being woefully underprepared for boss fights. Right, this is where we need to get our hands on a rocket. It lets us do that. Now, where was the other one? Oh, you rotten... Some of these enemies are proving to be a lot more annoying than I remember, and I only just played this game 2 or 3 days ago for the first time. So I think that my memory of it is pretty good. Okay, think it over. It was me exploring the area with the hidden fears. So, in case you haven't picked it up, the ones with violins will fire in straight lines to the sides, the ones with flutes will fire their notes straight at you. The wind-up is what's really getting me. It wasn't at the top, it was to the side, and then up again. The damage on rockets isn't that good, but you'd be amazed at how useful it is to kill something without going close to it. Case in point. Always nice to top it off before we move on. Yeah, watch my ammo though, I really should. You hit that, you get that, we jump up here. You got 100 gift boxes. I don't know whether this is what allows us to buy more when we get to the gift box vendor, or if we have... I don't know whether we have access to gift boxes without actually picking that up there, but it's still nice to have. Because rockets are a sideways attack, but gift boxes are more bouncy grenades that explode. Don't worry about getting direct hits on either, the damage itself is what's important. Or rather, being clipped by the explosion or the rocket itself, both will deal roughly the same amount of damage. So, I feel like that's about everything we could get our hands on, which means that we gotta save because we've got one of our big trials coming up. We have the hammer. We have the dash. And then we need rocket. That is not rocket. This is rocket. Kind of morbid. But we have a key. And actually, now that I think about it, perhaps I don't feel like I'm at a good place in the game to just throw my money about on consumables, but I would rather go into this fight with some stock of rockets. Actually, do you have anything interesting to say? Remember to save with Lady Depression when possible. Upon death, all unsaved progress will be forgotten. Do you want to use a key? Yes. Obscurity. Go inside. And here we go, boss fight time. Pediophobia. So now he comes off to the side here. It is a lot easier to do this fight with the gift boxes, I can say that much. But also with all the ads, I imagine that any small slip-ups here and there with... We should be getting healing from Energy Vampire every now and then, unless they specifically tuned this fight so you don't have that. Yeah, so much easier to just use gift boxes. And yes, I did do this fight the first time without the gift boxes. I say that and then I immediately start struggling. I guess they don't really count after all. And I'd say now would be a good time for some adrenaline, wouldn't you? Yeah, I'm guessing that they did actually balance this around you having Energy Vampire. And you are out of here. Good night, good sir. You obtained a new ability. Use S and K to slide along the ground. So, maybe you already know exactly where we can go give it some use. But also she might have something new to say to us. Did you know that you are not the only phobia trying to curb the boy? Pediophobia, the fear of dolls, has also penetrated this nightmare. Well, we kind of destroyed him, good ma'am. So, we can go this way. Sometimes that's actually the way we want to go. best way to play this game is as cheesily as possible. Because you can be sure as eggs, the enemies aren't going to be cutting you any favors. Got bitten by a rabbit of all things. I don't get it. But even though this is actually the end of a different route, so maybe we should have come back later, we can still get this. You found a memory of an old clown toy. Strengthens the connection with Max's consciousness. Stamina cost of dash decreased. Handy. I don't know how much, but it is handy. Uh-oh. And this is, noradrenaline governs the body's adrenaline levels. You are much more vulnerable if your stamina is not at its peak. In this instance, it would be in our best interests to raise your adrenaline levels. Then Max will fear you more than ever. Noradrenaline will temporarily decrease your strength when your stamina begins to deplete. So yeah, I think that was actually the first passive I got, not the consolidation or the energy vampirism. I actually got noradrenaline first. So I just played through a lot of the game with stamina being... Actually, I'm beginning to think that that's not even true either. The thing is, I'm pretty sure I can't get back into that purple zone yet. Because you need to come into that zone from above and then register with the Lady Depression, I think. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Either way, we can't check out that secret area. So, I guess just move on with the plot. Oh, after bookmarking, of course. You don't want to lose your progress of a boss. Although you also don't want to lose your progress of a Let's Play. This game is really going to make me upset if I lose stuff from a recording. Actually, maybe I should show this as well. Memory of dolls were forgotten. It's impossible to go inside. It's 3:30 in the morning. What's wrong with me? It's as if I spent the whole day yesterday with clowns. I don't even remember who else was at the fair. If I don't get in at least a little sleep, tomorrow will be even worse than today. Okay, Max. Try to remember what calmed you enough to fall asleep in the first place, even with all the shouting from the kitchen. I didn't bother bringing that box of kids' toys with me when I moved here to Grandpa's. Thought I wouldn't need them anymore. Maybe it's good that Mother brought all this stuff from our old apartment. Although look at these toys, Max. Some of them are older than you. I remember when Grandpa gave them to me. I remember how I named them all and the stories we made up about them. I called this teddy bear Volsh. I have no idea why I chose that name, but it sounds friendly. Clowns? Normal people are afraid of spiders or heights. But me? Even my fear is ridiculous. Because of everything in my life is ridiculous. And every day gets worse and worse. I feel helpless, Volsh. You're probably stronger than me. Help me. Yeah, you can't help but feel a bit like the bad guy in this situation. They take this very much more serious than you'd think from the art style. Or maybe the art style actually shows, yes, they are extremely serious. I know that one of these actually has a secret area attached to them, where you pass it once and you have no way to get back to it, so I'm sort of wound up on that. Oh, lady, here we go. Mask. Okay, bring it back down again. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, this area wouldn't have shown on the map unless I except for the fact that I was sort of expecting it, and so knew to keep my eye out for it. So, our growing phobia is the star of the night, and is quickly becoming the most dominant memory from Max's day at the fairground. You've inspired one of the most common forms of psychological protection for a hysterical type of person like Max: regression. Max crawled back to his childhood. Welcome to our little boy's past. Here he feels tiny and defenseless, but in this environment surrounded by his dusty toys, the boy gains a sense of security. It's contradictory, isn't it? Max remembers how easy it is to be a child. After all, a child is under the protection of adults. Oh, how humans love to not be responsible for their own well-being. The world around a child is simple and understandable. It does not cause the level of doubts and stress that lead to our appearance. It's time to shatter this questionable defense. You are almost a phobia, but you are barely considered one of your primary features. Well, you have barely considered one of your primary features. A phobia is not about one object, it's about a whole class of objects. Join forces with other clowns Max has seen through his life, and you will develop the abilities to counter his regression. 3 of them are here now in Max's childhood memories. Together, you have the power to deprive the boy of his infantile daydreaming. Okay, so this guy will not appear unless you get the gift boxes. I'm 90% sure on that. So the fact that we got them earlier is what means he's showing up here. Hey, children just love gifts, right? The rustling of colourful wrapping paper, the excitement, the anticipation, guessing and wondering what could be inside the box. A child is so vulnerable at this moment. Imagine it now, there's a child, everyone is watching. A cold, crude red smile on a painted white face reproaches him and hands him a present. The child doesn't want to unwrap it, he just knows there'll be something humiliating inside. After all, it's from a clown! But there's no way back for him. No one taught him when to say no. So he unwraps it and finds some grand trinket, like a toilet brush. All the other children laugh, and Max is frozen statue still, smiling ridiculous and wishing the ground would swallow him up. A gift from a clown is a marvellous thing if you wish to drown in tears, depression and neuroses. Will you buy 100 gifts for 200 balloons? I don't think we need that many gifts at the moment. You're going to leave Max without a special gift? What if it had spiders, dirty underpants, a rotten apple, or all 3 inside? Ha! So, we have a map there. Oh, rather, we have 3 ways to go. But we have to go all 3 ways, because only the last one will have the key that we need to unlock the next boss. But I think that's something that we'll want to tackle next episode, because we've hit the 30-minute mark. Until next time, guys, take care. We'll see you all around.